Hey guys, sorry. I'm doing the stuff that I do. MK is here. Hey MK, I'm doing the stuff that I do. That's me. William's here. Hey William. Um, and Kat says I'm good. Just got home. Welcome home, Kat. MK says you're giving a slowpoke again. Are we in the right place? You're in the right place. I was running behind. Kat said yo. Did you say yo? Yo, Kat. Uh, Kat says yep. Well, it says I'm certain we are, but evening live is extremely delayed the past 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I apologize. Watching ads. I was putting up a video. MK says, hey, Mr. Sopo, yep, that's me. Same, my life happens, so no issues for me. I was actually putting up a YouTube short. I've been waiting until inspired when I talked about the Course in Miracles. Hey, Martine. Martine, how are you? Hey, before anyone wants to hop up and hang out, I promised that I would read Mary Oliver. I have some other stuff I want to read too. Let me read this first. Dostoevsky. William, on a scale of 1 to 5, how'd I do? Dostoevsky. I love this. Love all that has been created by God, both the whole and every grain of sand. Love every leaf and every ray of light. Love the beasts and the birds, love the plants, love everything love every separate fragment. If you love each separate fragment, you will understand the mystery of the whole resting in God. Dostoevsky. I could say it again if you guys want me to. 4.8 out of 5. Wow. Well, thank you for that, Roy. Martine says, I'm okay. Jury out, waiting for verdict. Prayers. Martine, prayers. You and your family. I know, man, it's been a trial, but it has been a trial for you and your family as well. Kat says, I think it's great when people come up, but sometimes we don't get to hear from you, Yogi. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, because I do like our conversations. You know, we got a lot to say. William says, yes, Kat, I agree. I try to not take a lot of time either early. William, you were perfect. And of course, I should mention this again. Thursday evening, for as long as Kat can put up with me, um, Thursday evening is the Kat and Yogi Course in Miracles show. Did I say Kat and Yogi? What I meant to say was Kat. What I meant to say was Kat and Yogi. Um, so yeah, as long as she can put up with me. So, if you're at all interested in A Course in Miracles, that's the night. Bring your questions, bring your discussions. Doesn't have to be question and answer. It can just be put out a subject. And I bet you Kat and I would be happy to discuss it. Hey, Sabrin. Sabrin, welcome. Martine says, thank you, Yogi. Much appreciated. Sorry I missed a few lives. That's okay, Martine. You got pressing matters on hand. Just know you've been in my prayers. Let's see. Hey, Michael. Even though we harmonize together, don't expect a Michael and Yogi singing show. It can happen. It can happen. Never say never. Kat says, did I ever mention I'm slightly dyslexic? So what I'm reading here is Kat and Yogi. Kat's laughing. It says the Kat and Yogi show. Come on, guys. Be honest. You can be honest with me. You're not coming up to see, on Thursdays, you're not coming up to see tired old bald Yogi. You're coming up to see young, vibrant, beautiful Kat. Who, by the way, I hold as my teacher in A Course in Miracles. I know she's going to think that I'm just saying that, or she's going to, I don't know what she's going to think, but I know she's going to say no, no, no. But absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Kat is a great, great teacher for me in so many ways. For one, when I have talk with Kat, I have no idea what I'm going to say until it is inspired by Kat. Kat makes me a better teacher. And that's important to me because I want to teach this and I want to teach it sincerely. And it's very important to me. And I'll tell you why. Because as the Course says, you teach what you most need to learn. I want to awaken, but at the very least, if that's down the road, I want to dream a happier dream, which is the outcome of practicing the Course. It's the outcome of practicing forgiveness. Is the outcome of trusting God. Trust. So, in order for me to learn, I need to be an effective teacher. For me to be an effective teacher, I need someone like Kat to give me that inspiration. I also need each and every one of you guys. So, thank you. Bud File says, so peoples, hey, Bud Files, how are you? Hey, Jason. Jason says to see you. Jason, how are you feeling? Martine says, hopefully it will be done before the end of this week. Thank you. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Jason, I hope you're doing well too, my friend. I'm doing pretty good, Jason. Thanks for asking. One says, food from afar, you never have to apologize, friend. You're here when you need to be. Absolutely. Thank you, William. MK says, no, you'll get it saying, never say never by The Fray. I do know The Fray. I don't know if I know that song. MK says, we come for a gorgeous cat and a handsome yogi. Well, thank you so much, MK. We get some love from Jason. Thank you, Jason. Don't forget to hit the like button, says Martine, and subscribe. It's free. Helps the channel. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to the trial to be over, Martine, because I miss you. Not just here. I miss your recipes. I miss you in the kitchen. I was singing a weird song, and I was singing it out loud. Um, I was singing the theme song for Billy Jack, One Tin Soldier. Do you guys know that song? Do you guys know Billy Jack? Probably not. If you were a young kid in the 70s, you would have watched Billy Jack every time it came on, and you would know how to quote it, and you would think that you were the toughest guy in the world. Hey, Willow. Will says, I'm not late for once. You're not. I was, though. Hey, Adam. Adam, welcome back. Martine says, Yogi never asks for you to hit the like button, which is why I'm asking. I appreciate that. Michael says, sorry I'm late. Yogi had a 31-minute relaxing horror movie premiere. I'm sorry I missed it, Michael. I will check the replay, though. Hey, Sue. Michael says, I attempt to refrain casting labels or using affectionate terms. However, we all build off of each other. And I would say that I enjoy your stream solo, but more so when Kat is able to participate. Thank you. Kat does more than participate. For sure. Michael says it went great. I come here to support yogi and breathwork and to watch people um, get the spoon of discipline. It's always handy. You know what I need? I need a sheath. Nothing is more threatening than something coming out of a sheath. Sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally uh, wag the spoon at you guys. Hey, Shirley. Shirley says, Rich and I were just talking about those Billy Jack movies a couple of weeks ago. I remember them well. Man, I absolutely loved them. And I don't know why I was singing that song. The Spoon of Discipline. Well said, Michael. Fruit says, "Got cooking tomorrow, Yogi. Doing a Japanese dish. Nice. Always feel free when you're ready. Always feel free to drop a link." Who else says hi to Captain Jack? Hey, Sarah. Sarah says, "You're the meanest YouTuber I've ever seen." Yeah, yep, I got that reputation. I apologize. I was going to say I will try to do better, but does that mean I will try to do better by being meaner? Could I be meaner? Or I will try to be better by not being meaner? I don't know. Willis says, "How are you, Yogi?" I'm doing good. I'm about to. Willis says, "Will we do breath work this live, my friend?" Of course. Well, I will do breath work whenever you ask me to do breath work. And Martine says, "Hopefully back to live Sunday if verdict is done." I hope so. William says, "I know, but that was the greatest encapsulation." Man, I'm hitting the words on point today of everything cat contributes. Well, thank you, boy. Agreed. Poor man says, "Hiya, bums." That's us. What's up, Dan? Cat says, "It must be opposite day." Is that it, sir? Well, I never know what's happened in a past life, what karmic repercussions that we're going through right now. Hey, Soul Stars. All right. Dan says, "Driving and working." Hey, Dan, are you still considering another job? Bud File says, "So peoples." Well, it says, I'm sorry, MK said. Marlon said, "I'll get it right." I was going to ask you if you want to do breath work earlier. Feel free to ask when you need it. Kat says, "Hi to Dan." Willis says, "Thanks for having panic attacks since I got home. Just stuff not great that's happening. But I tried to do breath work myself, but didn't work the best." Do you have a plan with your breath work? I'm going to teach you how to do breath work without me. However, I want you to always know that you can reach out to me to do breath work. Also, you know how to reach me. Send me a message. We can video, and I'll lead you through breath work and a wonderful opportunity with Marlon. Hey, Song Ahead. Nice to see you. Okay, says, "So Willow, I figured something was going on." Dan says, "Hard to give up money." Yeah, I bet. I bet. All right. You guys want to hear Mary Oliver? I said I was going to read this in the afternoon, but this is the Dharma Bums. So that means, you know, some poetry. We started out with Dostoevsky. Willis says, "Thanks, William." Uh, yes, thanks, Yogi. Yes, when I'm in the state, I completely forget to get help, to be honest. I can understand that. I don't know if anyone noticed. I mentioned this to Toy Pups. I won't go into detail. I actually had a um, moment of anxiety, almost panic attack on this afternoon's live stream. Mary Oliver, why I wake up early. Hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who made the morning and spread it over the fields, and into the faces of the tulips and the nodding morning glories, and into the windows of, even, the miserable and the crotchety. Best preacher that ever was, dear star, and that just happens to be where you are in the universe, to keep us from ever darkness, to ease us with warm touching, to hold us in the great hands of light. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Watch now how I start the day in happiness, in kindness. Let's put that in there. Let's put that in the chat. Hey, there was another thing I was going to mention. Water manifesting, if anyone's interested. If anyone is interested. So you guys know how I love saying things in three each morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But then every opportunity. I just love that to be where you are in the universe, to keep us from ever darkness, to ease us with warm touching, to hold us in the great hands of light. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Watch now how I start the day in happiness, in kindness. Floors me every time. Rebecca, hey Rebecca. Rebecca says, "How are you, Yogi?" Rebecca, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Kat says, "What? What to? Oh, something manifesting? Oh, yeah, water manifesting. What was that? Your original question of what? And I just happen to have water. Remind me, guys, in about 5 minutes or so to take my supplement. Hey, Sniper. Sniper, happy birthday to your son. Hope you had a great dinner. Let's see. Kat says hi to Rebecca. And I know what blessings, but I don't know my water manifesting. Please still. I will. Basically about setting an intent. Give me 1 second, guys. Water. Cup of water. I have a cup of warm water every morning. Good for the digestive system. It's good if you put a squirt of lemon in it. And actually, William, it was William who suggested. William and someone else. Uh, because I don't have a lemon handy in the morning, and I don't want to chop up a lemon in the morning. I don't want to get involved in a project. William, he suggested a pinch of Himalayan salt. It was Himalayan salt, right, William? I haven't gotten the Himalayan salt yet. Anyway, glass of warm water every morning, excellent for the digestive system, and it's a good way to have a moment of manifesting. Palm of my hand, other palm up. Put it by your heart space. Yoga, the heart space is called Hidra. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, as I pronounce everything wrong in Sanskrit. Every Sanskrit I basically pronounce wrong, even though I've been trying to say it for 30 plus years, 40 years. Thank you, MK. NEC or mineral. Thank you, boy. Rebecca's going to watch a film. Take care, Rebecca. Thank you for coming in. Kat says there's a hummingbird hanging out. I am so darn glad to be home. You know what? I'm glad you're home. Kat, does it sound weird? Does it sound weird if I say that I missed you? Just glad you're home. Let's see. Basilio, I was given a tutorial on how to say it yesterday. It says Cat Jack and everyone. This is slow, just Yogi, Cat Jack and everyone. Join for a second to remind you guys to pray for me. I will be starting my morning journey in about 30 minutes. Prayers, my friend. Prayers for sure. Sending you love and sending you prayer. I will catch you touch if I get Wi-Fi in flight. Safe travels, my friend. Peaceful travels. Kat says, no, I understand because they missed me too. That was beautiful. MK says, I also try to use rock salt. This usually comes from dried prehistoric seeds. You need to order some. with similar benefits to sea salt without the impurities. William actually said the same thing about impurities. Adam says, good luck to Basile. Heart center. Close your eyes. Breathe. Connect with your breath. We don't need to do special breath work. Connect with your breath. Here's what I find very powerful. Easy breath. The yogic easy breath. If you guys remember, yogic breath is simply making sure that your belly is expanding, you're lower, you're breathing from the diaphragm, using nasal breathing. Belly rises, my belly falls. Connecting to my breath. My intent, my little prayer, is going to be metta, loving kindness meditation from Buddhism. For you, set the intent that you wish to manifest, whatever it is. I'm just going to use this as an example. May I be happy. May I be at peace. May I be free from suffering and the cause from suffering. May my friends be happy. May my friends be at peace. May my friends be free from suffering and the cause from suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering and the cause from suffering. Amen. Drink the water. And that is water manifesting. Have you read anyone read Dr. Emoda's books? Sniper and I have talked about this. The hey toy pups, taking water and freezing it, and they'll tape words to the water. Negative words like hatred, war, crime, and they'll take another and they'll tape just a little sign, a post-it note, love, peace. And then they look at the crystals that form after they're frozen. And it's a stark difference. The symmetry that you see. Dr. Emoda, I don't remember the name of the books. But we can find out. Water studies. Some people call him a pseudoscientist. Doesn't matter. Messages from water. So try it sometime. Good pups, how are you? Sniper says my 16th century almanac tells of alchemical production of dew from the summer full moon, and the pure salts at the time was Portugal. Hey, Rosie. Rosie, how are you? Nice to see you. Rosie, how are you feeling? Adam says water is very alive. It is, my friend. It is. So, and then infuse it with our intention. State your intentions in the positive term. So, don't, I wish. Nothing the matter with making a wish. But a wish places things in the, it is not here. You want it here. You want the realization that which you seek is already present. So there's really no seeking. It's more like waiting. The Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, when he wanted to buy the school in Poor Man Jim's neck of the woods, which has now become the Maharishi University, probably more people per capita in Fairfield, Iowa, meditate than anywhere else in the country. Um, when he wanted to buy it, he had very little money. And he was asked by a reporter, where are you going to get the money? Where's the money going to come from to buy this university? And he laughed. He was called the giggling guru and said, from wherever it is right now. Rosie says, how are you, Yogi? I'm good, Rosie. Rosie says, I'm not going to be on YouTube as much as used to. Whenever I can say hi to you guys, I will. I'm good. The headache went away. I'm glad the headache went away. I haven't, Sniper. Sniper says, I don't think I have. Have you heard of rice experiments with intent? Sorry, guys. Kat says, yes, on the rice. I love I've always loved Carlos Castaneda's description of intent. Intent being a field much like any other energetic field, like gravity. We don't question gravity. Kat says, hey, Rosie, don't be gone too long. I already miss you. Kath says, what's up, my friend? Kat says, I'm very good, Rosie. How are you? MK says, the degree of how close rock salt is to sea salt versus pure sodium chloride is a wide variety. Thanks, Path. Kat says hi to Path. Anyone have any poems, short ones, in English that you can come up and read? I can read it for you if you want. Path says hello to all. Or any like quotes or spiritual passages. Rosie laughing says, Cat and Jack, I'll try not to, but I decided to stop uploading on YouTube. Joel's going to get a quick workout in. What are you going to work? This is your third one, right? Or is this your second one? Joel Stout says, stopping to say hi, much appreciated. Guys, if you get the opportunity, go check out Joel Stout's workout today. Rosie says hi to Path. Pat says hi to Joel Stout. Shirley says, Sal, rosary time for me. I'll pray for you. Thank you for that, Shirley. So what do you think, guys? Anything that I've read before that you want me to read again? Of course, I could always come up with something on my own. We could read some Rumi. I'm actually going to read. Let's read something from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, which is basically the handbook of yoga. This is for, hey, Chilsal, are you still here? This is for Chilsal. This is for Toy Pups. This is one of the first things I ever shared with Toy Pups. I wonder if she remembers. It says, can we do breath work soon? Need it? Yep, we will. We will. I'm going to read this and then we're going to do it right now. So also, This is for Cat and Jack. This is for all those who are endeavoring. And I'm going to leave that blank because I don't know what you are endeavoring. But whatever it is, may you endeavor well. And may it be a endeavor, sorry, that is worthy of your heart. Patanjali, father of yoga, by the way. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. I've had some people, some of whom are actually in this chat, who told me that they don't feel to be very great, let alone even a very good person. And yet, Patanjali 5,000 years ago. The reason why we sometimes don't feel like a very great person is because we are not endeavoring towards greatness. The only endeavor that is worthy of you is to know yourself through the eyes of God, is to know the heart of God, to extend love in every possible situation, circumstance, and event. Love and everything will be okay. Carry those words with me 24 hours, over 24 hours now. And each time I say it to myself, a little bit of weight that has weighed down my heart for a bit loosens up. A little bit lighter. A little defying gravity. The gravity of sorrow, the gravity of not feeling good enough, of being at a loss. All that's lifted up just a little bit. So think of those dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive. I've read about this as well. And then we're going to do breath work. When I read chapter 20, ask yourself if it is possible that God would have a plan for your salvation that does not work. Once you accept his plan or her plan as the one function that you would fulfill, one function, guys, you got one function. There will be nothing else the Holy Spirit will not arrange for you without your effort. Do you see the similarities with Patanjali? Nothing else the Holy Spirit will not arrange for you without your effort. Your role is to love and everything will be okay. That's it. But we're talking about a divine love. A divine love. Seeing love in every person, in every situation, in every event. Nothing you need will be denied you. Not one seeming difficulty, but will melt away before you reach it. You need take thought of nothing. You need take not for nothing. Careless of everything except only purpose that you would fulfill. As that was given you, so will it be fulfilled. God's guarantee will hold against all obstacles, for it rests on certainty and not contingency. It rests on you. It's in italics, by the way, so you know it's important. And what can be more certain than a son of God? All right, breath work. Let's see, I had originally thought that we might do some humming, but humming is not one of Rolla's favorites. Bees breath. So, hey, Parker. Parker says, Thug. Yep, that's me, man. Thug life, yo. Hey, Corner Clubhouse. Welcome, my friend. Amateur Angler, nice to see you. Hey, fella and everyone, hope all is well. Hit the like button. I haven't even hit the like button yet. Thanks, Angler. Hey, Jeromeo. Uh, Marlon says, "Hey, Willow, I sent you some breath work in case you need it right now." Nope, we're gonna do one that you like. We want to do one that you like. Let me give you some options, Willow, as this is specific for you. Happily so. Um, we could do the 478 or the 48, and it's entirely up to you. Now we did the 4462 this afternoon. I don't know if you've ever done that before, Willa. Amateur Angler says a mother-in-law came around for tea today and said that the dog was looking at her funny, and I said that's because he's in her plate. Well, no wonder. Now it makes sense. All right. Do you guys, those who are going to participate, who might have participated this afternoon, if you don't mind, we're going to do this again. We're going to breathe in for 4, Willa, through the nose. We're going to hold the breath for 4. We're going to exhale for 6, and then hold for 2. Adam says, got to go. Keep breathing, everyone. Thank you, Adam. Rosie's back. 4462. You ready, William? Or I'm sorry, are you ready, William? Amateur says, I'm just joking. I have an excellent mother-in-law. No doubt. Obviously. Nope, we're just getting ready to do it. So what I'd like you to do, MK is ready, is remember the ujjayi breath. That's that ha sound. It helps you extend the breath. You extend it on the in breath, you extend it on the out breath. That ha sound also tones the vagal nerve, that all important nerve that brings us from that fight or flight to the rest and digest, from that state of anxiety, the state of panic, to that state of rest and peace. So remember, it goes. You can hear me? Gentle snoring sound. Rosie's going to join the breath work. So, Rosie, we're going to breathe in for 4 through the nose, making that ha sound. We're going to hold the breath for 4. We're going to exhale through the nose for 6, and we're going to hold again for 2. So, if those who are going to participate, you can close your eyes. For those who are still want to hang out, feel free to chat back and forth. Oh, amateur going to do it. Awesome. We're going to do 10 rounds. Goes quick, guys. 3 minutes tops. So, amateur angler, we're making that ha sound, breathing it through the nose with us as if you have a very gentle snore. Rosie's ready. So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to bring very, very gentle attention to the belly. As we breathe in through the nose, watch the belly gently expand outwards. It extends. And as we exhale, the belly very, very gently falls back, like a very light bellow. We match that with that ha sound as we breathe in. Go ahead and add that in, breathing in with a ha, exhaling with the ha, watching the belly rise, watching the belly fall. We are literally manifesting the peace of the ocean right now. We're using the ocean's breath, that sound of the waves. We're watching the belly rise and fall. Very easy tide. Breathing in, breathing out. This next breath, we're going to breathe in for count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 1, 2. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 1, 2. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 1, 2. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 1, 2. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold for 1, 2. Surrender the breath and just sit. Be attentive to whatever it is that arises, a thought, a sensation, an intuition. Just be attentive. Listen, feel, acknowledge. Rest. And when you're ready, open your eyes, and I'll see you in the chat. Our friend Pat has revealed himself, as I suspected, to be a robot. Or he's doing an excellent robot impersonation. Beep, boop, I am a robot. How do you doubt that? I would not argue with someone who sounded that sincere in their robotic toy pups. Let's see, send some love. MK is laughing. Sissy's laughing. You guys suspected too, didn't you? No one wanted to come out and say it. Rosie says, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, Rosie. Anytime, my friend. Hey, Rosie, because you're not going to be on Facebook too much, if you ever want to, or I'm sorry, YouTube, if you ever want to reach out to me, Facebook Messenger, I'm happy to do breath work with you whenever I'm able to, whenever you need it and whenever I'm able to. Amateur Angler says, yeah, I can see how that works. Very calming. And we also have energetic breaths. We have more even keeled breaths. And then we actually have even more calming breaths than that. Parker says, Thug, Jero Mio. I don't know what Jero Mio is. Joe Mio. Sissy says, I recognize the bleeps without a doubt. Definitely a great robot. One of the best that we've ever had here. MK says, nice. MK says, toy pups. Amateur Angler says, so toy pups. Hey, Amateur Angler, how's life on the island? So, we got about 14 minutes, guys. I'm going to get an hour in. I'm going to try. I'm making no promises. I'm going to try to go to bed early. We'll see if that works. Path says, dang, put a 2. Where'd you put a 2 on? Amateur Angler says, hello to Dundee. Well, says, thank you, Yogi. I really, really needed that. Thanks. You're welcome. So, Willow, you and I aren't taking advantage of being connected. There's a lot we can do. We can do some meditation time together. Parker Greer says, thugs in the hood gangsta. Man, you just described my entire channel and everyone in it. That's, man, you're preaching to the choir, my friend. That's how we live life. I heard from a very reliable source, Sissy lives her life a quarter mile at a time. Adriana says, so everyone, hey, Adriana, welcome. Adriana is new here. You've been here before, though, haven't you, Adriana? Like once or twice? If I'm not mistaken, but I often am. Amateur Angler says, life on the island, yeah, apart from being so expensive, it's that way on pretty much every island, isn't it? It's good. So busy, Billy, as always, just a text message away, and your day can change. This is true. MK says, and thanks of doing it when asked, Yogi. I know you usually do it at the end. I really respect you pushing it forward. No problem, MK. No problem at all. Rosie says, thank you. I'll try to join when I can. But since my brother is getting married this summer, there's a lot going on. That's why, but hopefully I'll make it time to join. Love your live streams. Thank you, Rosie. We love having you here. Chloe Smith says, hi, I'm Chloe. Chloe said, hi. Welcome in, Chloe. We have a good friend of the channel named Chloe. So now, with you here, means we have 2 good friends of the channel named Chloe. Appreciate you being here. Path says, love you like that. Dinos get eggs. Well, that's a point of contention with me. I don't want to get into it. Adriana says, do you all remember Jacob W? I do not remember Jacob W. Where would we know Jacob W from? Let's see. MK says, oh, and a couple of folks from Guernsey. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Wanted to go there multiple times, but too expensive, so I fished from the French side with few of the islands. Oh, Willard says, yes, partly my fault. They're Yogi because they have wired cell. I don't call people much. Resounds much reasons, and just be. But yes, we really do. We'll work something out, Willow. I will. I'll do my best to teach anyone who wants to learn how to meditate up here on the live stream in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Of course, you perfect it over time. You learn and then you practice. Parker wants to know if I'm a thug. Straight up, man. Sorry. If I was really a thug, I would have said straight up, yo, right? I'm still getting the hang of the lingo. But yes, thug life for me. Thug life for me. It should be pretty obvious. Rosie says, Pat, since you're a robot, can I call you robot instead? Pat says, fasting. I'm in recovery mode. Hey, Tim. Tim says, sup, brother Yogi, and everyone in the chat. How you doing, Tim? Tim Winslow being one of the best-hearted people on all of YouTube. You never know where he's going to pop up, but you do know one thing. He's going to pop up and he's going to support you. Kath says, Santa Ana. The winds are blowing. Parker says, what's your address is? You know what? I only give my address to Nigerian princes and princesses. Only people of the internet that I ever give my address to. If you send me a well-worded letter explaining how you are a misplaced Nigerian prince or princess in need of some ready cash, I'll happily give you all the information that you need. Dundee says, well, you like R2 as a nickname path? Or you like R2? Adriana says, Jacob used to come here like 1 year ago. Don't remember. Is he friends with you? If you talk with him, well, one, I apologize, I don't remember. If you do talk to him, tell him come on back and say hi. MK's laughing, Rosie's laughing. Let's see, Tim says, Yoda and Squirrel. Sniper says easy now. Sniper on the job, guys. Please insert program. What are our program options? Rosie says, Yogi, where's your twin? He's probably fast asleep. Dundee says, awesome. A fishing is what I live for. Been a while since I went to Normandy, so might do it this year or the next. Hey, Marlon, have you ever fished in Scotland? MK says, bow to your king pheasants. You saying bow to my king pheasant? Do we have a king pheasant? Which actually sounds pretty awesome. If we were going to have like bird overlords that we have to bow down to, it may as well be a king pheasant. Willis says, got to go. Just got some news. Not beautiful, but I'll be fine. Not the best, but I'll be fine. Prayers, Willow. Again, thank you for the photo of Rebel. Steppa says, Path, 10 mode, 20 hello, award, 30, go to 20. There's the program. Quick Up says, I was falling asleep. It happens. MK says, okay, love you, Willow. Tim says, puppy mommy. Rosie's laughing. I love how you knew who I was talking about. You and Jason are my favorite YouTuber. And of course, Cat and Jack. Of course, Cat and Jack. Willis says, MK, I do not have a squirrel that comes in my garden. I do have a squirrel. MK says, yes, I fished Scotland for 3 or 4 weeks a few years back. Had some awesome catches. That's awesome. MK. Uh, Took Up says, hi, Chloe. Amateur Angler says, Dundee, yeah, no worries. Just get to Amateur Angler told me how to pronounce this once, and I still mess it up. By flight or ferry, and I'll sort you out. Message you want. Nice. Path says go to 20. Go to 20. So when you get to 19, take a left and then go straight up, and that'll take you right to 20. Don't go too far because then that puts you at 21. Parker says, what be your name? You don't think my name is actually Yogi or just a Yogi? My first name could be Just. My middle name is My last name is Yogi. Parker says, or Path actually. Path is retracting the message. Semper says 30, go to 20, create the loop in the system, the end and the beginning. Path. Seems pretty straightforward to me. I don't want to go so far as to say that a real robot would have no trouble following those directions. Tim says, huge hugs to Puppy Mommy. Path is 834-194 is my code. Gotcha. Hey, Abigail. Abigail, how are you? All right, guys. A few more minutes. Abigail's doing amazing. I'm glad to hear that, Abigail. You, my friend, with such a kind and loving heart, deserve to be doing amazing in every moment. Amateur Angler says, Yogi, you're welcome to come fishing as well, bud. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, you ever do any magnetic fishing out in your area? A few people got me interested. Then, starting with Bob, and of course talking with ATC, and then Kat's been talking about it, and then through Kat we met our great new friend Lee, who is all about magnetic fishing. Parker says, no, Thug, I doesn't. I think you look like a Steve. Like a Steve. No offense to Steve's, but man, come on, guys. I don't look like a Steve. Need something a little more rugged than a Steve. No, Thug, I doesn't think you look like a. I think you look like a Steve. This reminds me of my favorite joke. A grasshopper hopped up into a bar, and then he hopped up on a bar stool, asked for the beer, asked for a beer. The bartender looked at him and said, hey, you know what? We have a drink named after you. And the grasshopper looked at the bartender and said, you have a drink named Steve? You see, there's a drink called a grasshopper. You know, they say if you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. But sometimes half the humor is in explaining the joke. Kat says, I'm furiously trying to cool down some hummingbird food. What do you what's your hummingbird food? Is it straight sugar water or do you add something to it? Rosie says, hi to pups. Have you seen Soma? It's been a few days. Maybe Thursday or Friday, Soma was in. Dundee says, amateur angler, awesome man, I'll look into it. That ferry shouldn't be a big deal. I can fly too, but with all my fishing stuff, it's a pain. So what would you do? MK, would you drive there and then take the ferry? Amateur angler says, I tried magnet fishing, but I got too attached. Your belt buckle. My secret is out. Re, reboot. Man, way to go! You fit in a robot joke. Well done on all levels. That was masterful joke telling. You just the whole theme. Kat says, "Well, Yogi, we're going to do a meetup in October. I didn't know that." Sniper says, "Parker Greer, you miss your Papa Steven. Hey, must be ouch. Sorry, my cat. Speaking of attached, my cat is attached to me right now. Must be hard being the son of that guy." Stephen Greer? I was thinking Rosie Greer. Does anyone besides me remember Rosie Greer? Rosie says, I wanted to make sure that she's okay. Thanks for letting me know, Yogi. Well, thanks for asking. A Gregory. I could do with a Gregory. It's a little dignified name. There's been some saints. There's been some popes. Pope Gregory. Marlon says, plus fishing gear. Um, Even worse, the catch and bait is something I'd rather not put in something else if available, if avoidable, to not ruin it. Gotcha. Or will. No, no, no will. Not a bad name. Just sugar water, but it need to be boiled. Gotcha. We got some love from Toy Pups. Let's see. Somebody says Stephen Greer. I haven't heard of Stephen Greer before. Amateur Angler says Dundee. I haven't looked for a while, but direct flights from Edinburgh or a ferry from Poole to or Portsmouth. I can pick you up or have free accommodations if you want. Well, you are an awesome person, Amateur Angler. Parker says, just Yogi, look like a Jacques Man, how do you ever guess my actual name? It's amazing. Then he says, did you say Rosie Weird? I think we got one of those. Joking. Rosie Rosie Greer. Great football player. Big, huge. Then became like a staple on game shows and like Love Boat, Fantasy Island. Parker says, Squirrel Sniper, what you talking about? Hey Jeff. Jeff, nice to see you. Hey Zane. We're gonna close up shop in just a minute. Let's see. Semper says Stephen Greer is the top alien agenda gatekeeper for the last 25 years. I had not heard that. Amateur says awesome person, but suck at fishing. Which one? Whip Up says queuing up sounds fun. You should go, Yogi. Um, Interesting thought. Shirley says, aren't you too young to know about the Billy Jack movies? Me? We're not so far apart in age, Shirley. Um, they were movie staples when they came on TV. My brother and I had to watch them. Certain movies we always had to watch. We had to watch Planet of the Apes whenever it came on. We had to watch all the Billy Jack movies. Me personally, I was a huge fan of westerns, particularly John Wayne. My brother, not so much. Shirley, how was Rosary? Parker. Brad, Liam. No, I like Liam. Is that Tyshawn? Tashawn? Austin Joe Chet. I had a friend named Chet, obviously short for Chester. And Chet Baker, masterful saxophonist. One of my favorite jazz artists. Alex, nah, not so much. Hey, you finally hit it. I do like but Caleb. But your last one, you nailed it. I like Ethan too. Troy says, I saw them at the drive-in when I was in high school. Used to go to the drive-in and see Bruce Lee movies and Jackie Chan movies. Man, Amateur Angler is laying out the red carpet. Shirley says, I always cry during the rosary, not sure why. You know, when you experience the ineffable, you never know what emotion it's going to be invoked. Just honor the tears. The tears are your connection. Reminds me of Rumi's poem Love Dogs. It's the tears that are our connection. Rosie says, how many names you got? He's got a bunch. I bet he hasn't even, he's just warming up. I bet you Parker knows at least 100 names. Parker says, I know your personal info. That's awesome. Yeah, I really don't hide anything. I'm easy to find. I'm easy to get in touch with. And you know what? Come on by and hang out if you want. I'll take you out for some pancakes. Well, actually, I don't drive right now. We'll order in for some pancakes. Jeff says, had a squirrel. Stephanie says, we don't start that, Parker. Parker says, how old are you? That would be as much fun for you to guess as the name was. You're probably going to start with like 102 and work your way up. Amateur Angle says, World War II got invaded by the Germans and have loads of tunnels and canyons and stuff. Stephanie says, just be. I hadn't realized that that part of Europe was actually invaded. So I guess we could say that part of Britain was actually invaded. Parker says, I just said that. Did you? All right. We're going to close up shop. Uh, Amateur says, yeah, I forgot how interesting you can be. It always helps to, when you do have a visitor, you get to see your area in a new light when you take them out, show them around. Rosie says, laughing, his spamming names. I think he can keep going and never stop. We got to give him credit. He's got endurance. MK says the Channel Islands are in the English Channel between southern England and Normandy. Hey, Danny, you've been in my thoughts, my friend. I hope you're well. Danny, one of our all-time favorite people. Danny, even if you don't make it here, always know that you're in my thoughts, you're in my heart, all of our thoughts and hearts. Toy Pups mentions you all the time. Yep. I had two uncles who stormed the beaches of Normandy. Sniper says he wants your crown. He's coming for the crown. MK says, spent many nights walking to and through the Holocaust Memorial uh, in Berlin. So that says, night, Eric, night all. Night, Sniper. I hope you had a good day with your son. Rosie says, hey, on the bright side, at least if he ever has kids, he doesn't have to think. I hope he doesn't have that many kids. It's a lot of kids. All right, guys, I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me to read stuff. Thank you for the opportunity to do some breath work with you guys. We'll be back. We'll do the whole thing tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Don't forget on Thursday, it is the Cat and Yogi show. Uh, all things Course of Miracles related. Questions are welcome. Subjects can always be broached. If there's something specific that you want us to talk about, reach out. Let us know. One thing to keep in mind, I love talking about A Course in Miracles. I know Kat loves talking about A Course in Miracles. But don't just listen to us talk about A Course in Miracles. Try the workbook. Put it into practice. Practice forgiving. The path of forgiveness as offered by A Course, which is different than any other path. It's not your regular traditional forgiveness. It is a way of seeing, in yogic terms, it's the actuality of namaste. Namaste being the light, the divinity within me recognizes and salutes the light and divinity within you. It's a wonderful salutation. Forgiveness is its practice, meaning that I'm not just saluting, I'm not just recognizing, I am appreciating, I'm seeing deeply who you truly are. And I see that on the surface, you might have done some things I'm not very happy about. You might have hurt me. I might need to have some boundaries. But in reality, at the very depth of reality itself, your core is the complete innocence of absolute love. Brahma. Christ. And the Christ within me wants to know itself and can only know itself through your reflection. It can only know itself through forgiveness. When I forgive, it means I'm looking through all the crap and I'm getting to the substance. And when I see your substance, I find mine. And I mentioned this earlier in the chat. I want nothing more in my life than to know that substance, to know my own reality, and to be able to offer it to all. Can't do it without you. Can't. Love you guys.